Hey, everyone. This is Dave. How's it going? Welcome this morning. We are good. And I'm sitting here in my new closet studio. So I hopefully have a better connection. And thank you, Beth, Mary, Tommy, erock. What's going on, my friend? Scott, welcome. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Looking for some great questions this morning. Hoping everybody's happy. Hoping everyone is healthy. And looking to go live with some people. We got a great podcast launching today with Erica Matheny from Barstow. Love for her if she's out there to join me today sometime. And I got to do something to look cool. You know, one of the biggest comments that I have is, you remind me of Mr. Rogers. And now I'm sitting here in a closet changing my shoes. Oh my goodness. So to look cool, I'll hang out with the Barstool folks. They even made Dave Portnoy cool. And I love what he's doing with the frozen pizza, by the way. Genius. Great to have everyone. What is your greatest intention for today? Always, my greatest intention for today is to share my inspiration to help other people. So impact people to be happy. That's always my greatest intention. For me, my attention goes to, in order to do that, taking care of myself. So spending a minimum of 1 hour a day on my health, and then a minimum amount of time with my wife, my 9-year-old, my teenage daughters, and my mom, and going down from there, being a student in my calendar, so I productively and excessively use my calendar. What do you think, and how do you see the future of relationships and business after coronavirus? So what do I see about the future after coronavirus? Look, go and study history. Human nature never changes. People are going to want more things. There are going to be some people that live in scarcity, no matter what, after coronavirus, a world of not enough, where they were victims. There's going to be some people as well that lives in the world of just enough. There's just enough for me. And then there'll be a portion of the people that live in the world of more than enough. And more than enough of everyone and everything. So at a high level, that's what I will see historically. Economically, we're going to see opportunities for everyone to re-engineer the way they did things. We're going to have a much more transactional workforce. It was accelerated by this. We were looking at 2027 having over 50% of the people being freelancers. I think that will now move up. I think people will be more appreciative of some of the basics that we have here in America and appreciative of what we do. I think we'll be more prepared. Just like anything else, we'll be more prepared to make sure that we are taking care of people. But really good questions. Let's go ahead and see what other question we have here. We'll maybe go live. Oh, the questions aren't working. Oops. Let me see here. Let's see. We want a juice right now. A dose. Hey, Jeremy. Good to see you, man. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hey.
I just had to do this. I'm sorry. I see your name. You're like cocaine to me, man. You are so addictive. Like, I just love Mike Diamond. I'm addicted to Mike Diamond. I just needed a dose of Diamond. Can you make a t-shirt, the dose of Diamond? All right. Dose of Diamond. Give me the dose for the day.
Okay. What we're going to work on today is just appreciation, right? What we focus on expands. One thing to appreciate, right? Stay in the moment. Breathe. Look around. One thing to appreciate, right? If the moments like this, we need that one bit of thing to expand. And guess what? You know, and I know, if we connect with the appreciation, source will guide us moment by moment, give us the inspiration, right? 2% inspiration, 98% perspiration.
You got it, my friend. And smile through the struggle. That's the Diamond for the day, the dose of Diamond. I think I'm going to try to get him on here every day for my dose. Thank you, brother. Take care.
Love you, mate. Bye,
yeah,
mate.
Follow that guy. Thank you, Mike. What a great guy. You got to love him, man. If you haven't seen his stuff, this guy's had quite a journey and quite some struggles. People talk about health and understanding and reengineering your vision and the road to recovery, the road to revenue. This guy knows it. JG, Jeremy Greenfield with the triple prayers. Good for everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. You may have questions. I want to see those questions. We can't help anybody. Lessons, the lessons, learn them, and if you haven't learned them, guess what? You know real quickly because they result in pain. So if you haven't learned a lesson, they result in pain, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual pain. If you have that, you haven't learned the lesson. Go seek it. What's your thoughts on investing in the stock market? Big bounce back today. Yeah, they got institutional money coming back in. Look, it's a volatile market, so you're going to see ups and downs. Just pick advisor that has had experience in the industry that you want to invest, and go ahead and learn. I'm looking at the top 50 stocks that are performing, and I'm looking for similarities, capabilities that I have with those 50 companies that supplement or synergistic to those. I'm looking at the 50 companies that have maintained their price throughout this entire process, and also looking for capabilities that I have that are synergistic or supplementary to them. And then, like you said, there are the companies that got crushed that aren't going anywhere. And so, and before you dive in, not my cup of tea, because I don't like to give my emotions to something I can't control. So I invest in very, very secure, guaranteed annuities and IULs. That's why I work with Marshall Falk and his group, to help people in that respect, that I can. It's not about any risk. In order to invest, all you got to know is what's your risk tolerance and what's your timing. So go ahead and find people that'll tell you in the industry what's your risk tolerance and what your timing. For me, it's the emotional and energetic attention and intention, like Mr. Diamond, the Dose of Diamond says. I'm paying attention to what I want. I'm not going to waste my time on something I can't control. And if I do, it's going to be for fun. And I have a 10% of pull for that. Anyway, let's go to some other questions. It's really good. If you were 22 about to graduate, what would you be doing? Three things. One, I'd be working on my skills, right? The greater your skills, the greater the opportunities. Two, I'd be acquiring as much knowledge as I could, mentorship, books, videos, podcasts. We got the elevator pitch, man. We got playbook. We got all kinds of my friends who have written unbelievable books like me. Get out there, develop your skills, develop your knowledge, ask for help. Ask a series of questions every day via email, via phone. Be tough. Use your phone. Also, use social media to ask, and then ask if they know anyone that can help you. Look for opportunities, look for different places. Don't just be on the surface. Think about what you want to be, skills, knowledge, and then most of all, practice your desire. What does that mean, practice your desire? I mean, practice being what you can be. And when you practice it to the point where you must be what you can be, nothing will stop you. If I was 22 and about to graduate, I'd be developing my skills, acquiring the knowledge, and practicing my desire. Get out there if you need any help. Bruce Tolan and I are going to do a career in sports seminar as well. You can join us when this is all over. We'll be jumping on that. So make sure you do that. Let's grab another question and maybe see what we're looking here. Hey, Dave, please pray against the coronavirus at 21H. We need 1 million people. You got it, man. I will absolutely. My prayers are with everyone to be happy and healthy. Happiness will cure a lot because it strengthens our immune system, and it's, as you know, viral by witnesses. So I'm a big, happy, and healthy guy. I have the work ethic, but at times my attitude could be better. Advice on how to bring better energy. Yeah, of course, Jeff. How are you, buddy? So, look, it's a practice. Your perspective is a practice, and you need to understand that you're already connected to the greatest source of power, the greatest source of light, love, and lessons of all time. So what we have to practice is being aware of what is corroding or interfering with that extraordinary interference with that connection. And that's what causes us to feel like we need to get motivated. Is what getting motivated is clearing the connection. And so what you want to practice is, what are those ego-based emotions that are wearing me out? What's wasting my emotions, right? I talked about earlier, I don't invest in the stock market, not because I don't believe in it. It's because I don't want to put my emotions, time, energy, focus, attention, and intention into a stock that I have no control over. And so for me, I want to spend my time on being productive. How much value can I provide to others? Accessible. How accessible am I to others? And of course, gracious, as the dose of Mike told us earlier. So go ahead, shift your perspective. I see here Jakey Bakey says, text David, join my text community, 949-298-2905, 949-298-2905. I got a great community update you. I got a great training this Friday at 11 a.m. I have extraordinary guests on here as well. Let's take a few more questions. Tips for a beginner level investor. Find a mentor, right? Why not leverage the experience of others? If it was me, I'd find a mentor in the space that you want to invest. Ask that person, just tell me when this is oversold, and that means I buy, and then remind that person, can you please tell me when it's overbought so you know when to sell. Know your timing, know your tolerance for risk, and it's a very simple formula. Keep it clear. Don't overthink yourself. Don't try to outplay a market that's been around a long time and people that have been doing it a long time. Go ahead, leverage that experience and do that. How do you stay focused while the whole world panics? First of all, the whole world is not panicking, because I'm part of the whole world, and my friends are part of the whole world. My community is part of the whole world, and we're not panicking, right? We're panicking. We're enjoying the consistent, everyday, persistent, without quit pursuit of our potential. We're keeping a positive attitude. We're sharing happiness and serotonin with everybody that can witness it. We are not panicking. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. If you didn't have everything you needed, you wouldn't be here. Let me repeat that. If you didn't have everything you needed, you wouldn't be here. So take a deep breath. Take a dose of Mike if you have to, right? And go ahead. Send that text number again to everybody. Jakey, someone's on there. It's 949-298-2905. Nobody panic. There you go. How can I invest my skills? Oh, it passed over. Gratitude from all. Look at that. That's amazing. All right, let's take one more question, and we'll go live at 8:30, hopefully with a special guest. Best entrepreneurship books: Think and Grow Rich, Power of Intention, Alter Ego Effect, Surrender Experiments. Garen Jones has his new book. Evan Carmichael, his new book, Surrender Experiment. I think the best entrepreneurial books. Of course, Crushing It. All of Gary's books are great entrepreneur books. And shout out to my boy. Hope he's doing well. Everybody over there at Vayner, loving you both on the sports and media side. It is 8:28 a.m. here. I'm in California. Let's go ahead and take one more question here. What are your opinion on the importance of life insurance and annuities in a time like these? All right. This is a personal thing. I'm a huge fan. That's all I got to say. For me, I want to not pay attention to my investments. I want to focus in on the amount of money that I make, put it into a safe spot that will grow at its normal rate, double every 12 years or 7 years, or whatever that percentage is. I want to be able to take 60 or 70% of the upside and take none of the downside. I get 2% when the market crashes. That's fine with me. But what I really get is peace of mind, baby. Peace of mind. I don't care. My focus is on helping people, making room for what I want. I'm not staring at that beautiful Maria Bartiromo, who I used to stare at all the time, telling me my stock tips. It's not happening anymore. I'm not wasting time, energy, emotion. There's no way. Buy and hold. Remember your risk tolerance, and remember your timing. Those are the two things that I've learned. Find a mentor that's been in the industry a long, long time and ask them. Index annuities. Yes, that's why I invest in partly. I have a variety of annuities and insurance-based annuities, all 100% guaranteed secure investments. That's what I invest in. And if you haven't checked it out, go ahead. I know Marshall Falk's into that deal, and he's an unbelievable guy. Cash as well. Some of my mentors in the space, and of course Al Manfrey, my boys, all of them. Can I join you on live? Yeah, join me on live. Here we go. We're going to go live very soon. Let's see here. One more question, then I'm going to go live with somebody. What's your opinion on the importance? Oh, hey, that keeps appearing. Unbelievable. They must really like that question. Do you do business or personal coaching? Jeremy's giving me all these layups. Yes, I do coaching. I'm trying to get a group coaching session together for, you know, a lot of people. Time wise, I have a wait list. A lot of people can't afford me, so I'm trying to figure out a viable option to get people into that. So thank you very much. But go ahead, reach out if you need one-on-one coaching. I'd love to help you. I do business advisory and coaching. Looking here to go live. Here she is. All right. So a lot of you complain that I'm not cool. And now I'm bringing on what I think is the coolest woman I know. She works for the coolest company I know. And there she is.
Hi.
Make me cool. Make me cool.
I don't know about that. How are you?
I know about it because you made the other Dave cool. I mean, Portnoy's cool. And I know that I'm cooler in real life than he is. He's a Michigan dorky dude. You can make this dork cool. Your company's so cool.
You are cool.
Well, this is Erica Nardini. If you don't know who this is, she's an extraordinary CEO, one of my favorite companies, and they're expanding into all types of areas. And we're on pause. I was wondering if you could kind of give us a little insight on what a CEO of, you know, such an extraordinary company does during a period of time like this.
Yeah. So thanks for having me. It's so nice. I've never done this. It's weird, you know, like every day is different. I think how I felt and what I was doing last week is very different than what I'm doing this week. Yesterday is different than today. So what I'm trying to do is a couple of things, which is one, keep our company together and keep us focused and making sure that we're communicating and that people have priorities and they're understanding what work we need to get done. I'm also really trying to make sure that we're putting resources to things that I think can break out or that can make a difference for people. And by people, I mean our fans in the short term. Like, I think people need content more than ever. I think this is it's a weird time. It's kind of a depressing time. It's uncomfortable. People want an escape. They want to see other people. And what makes Barstool so special is that our personalities are so relatable and they're human and they're going through the same things you are. So bringing that to people and making sure that we keep that content going every single day, that's my top priority. And then obviously worrying and thinking about the business, right? Which is, I don't know what the world's going to look like in a week, in a month. My hope, I'm an optimist by the day. I'm an optimist. I think it's going to get better. I think we're in for like a little bit of a slog, but you know, how do I make sure that we're being as creative as we can be for our partners or as responsive or proactive? Like, I don't think anybody cares the way our company is working right now. Like, I don't think anybody cares about things the way we do. Like, we are making so much content. We are making so many phone calls. We're trying to think about and really trying to think about what is a company that's remote making content, hopefully having a good business doing that and maintaining a good business. What is everything we could possibly doing, and are we doing it? So that's a very long-winded answer, but that's what we're doing.
Yeah. Well, it's great. And there's going to be a lot of transition as we work our way through this. I'm talking about people need to smile through the struggle. It's a basic thing that we have to do. And you as a leader are going to have different opportunities within your organization and know of different opportunities. What should, you know, the younger, you know, people that are at home now, they don't have any really graduation. They have time to look for a job. Totally. Well, there are jobs available right now, by the way. People that are more interested than interesting, if you're at home and a college student, there are jobs available, right? And you guys are better remotely than the old dorky guys. So number one, I didn't want to mislead them, but there's going to be opportunities afterwards. What would you suggest? I was in before, advice to people that are going to be transitioning. What should they be working on now while they're at home?
Yeah, that's a great question. Look, I feel bad for all these seniors, all the athletes. Like, everyone got like ripped off in the glory of, and the like, just the screwing offness of that senior spring, like, which, like, I lived mine to the fullest. So I feel sad.
I'm not gonna rub it
that.
in either. I'm not rubbing it in. Don't.
Totally, yeah, no. But you know, I think the best thing that people can do right now is to use the time to show a company what you can do for them, or build your skills that will be applicable in the industry that you want to go into. Like, I have a lot of people DMing me every day being like, I'm out of a job, or I'm home already. What do I do? Do you have a job for me? And I'm like, no, I don't have a job for you. But there are people who are sending in writing samples, people who are recording podcasts, and that's just in my world. But, you know, people making presentations, people making design. And I think if you're hungry and look, everybody has a lot of time right now. Like, the one thing I feel like everybody has is time. If you can put that time to building your resume and building what you know how to do, and to put that to showing a company why you're the person who should work there, I think that's a great use of time.
I do too. And I think, you know, we launched our interview on the playbook today, and we were talking about time. One of the things I study is time, because it's ironic. I'm sitting in a closet right now, and
Totally.
you know, created a studio out of my
time
closet.
is a flat circle.
It's so good. But it's so interesting, because one of the things that I tell people to do during this time is that, why don't you start practicing how you use time, how productive you are with time,
Totally,
how accessible you are, and, you know, how inspired you can become. You know, I'm one of those people. My mom had this great saying, and I know our parents were kind of similar in their philosophy. My mom used to always say, if you want something done, ask a busy person to do it.
Yeah, totally.
And that holds so much weight right now, because, you know, I believe in activity you get paid for, and activity you don't get paid for, not busyness. But, you know, I pick on active people like you. It's ironic. Who's coming on with me live are the people that are the most active. Like,
yeah, they're like, got stuff going on.
Exactly.
Totally.
And I think that's important. You know, on the podcast, though, there's a culture. And I say there's two things that we need to look at: culture and cash. You know, and we want to stay in business. And, you know, as a CEO, your job is to increase shareholder value, you know, as much as we want. But a big part of shareholder value is culture. What's some of the Barstool culture, because it's so strong, that you believe is why you guys are accelerating during this period of time? And, you know, the content you guys are providing is number one. I'm watching it to pick up, like, how to be cool and how to resonate with more people. I'm stealing the large. I'm trying to be mini large. I think Large and I could have like a mini me type of podcast together.
Yeah, totally. Large is one of a kind. I mean, Large is like the perfect example of it. It was, I guess, last Tuesday. No one knew what was going to happen. We shut the office. Large literally was the only person in the office, and he was on the radio from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Basically, it was like the Large show. But that's kind of our culture, which is the content needs to be made. We feel a really huge obligation to the brand, to our team, and to our fans. And so making content, strong work ethic, creativity, you know, getting a little weird, embracing the weirdness, those are things that are very much part of our culture. And then also, you know, no one's really ever come to help Barstool Sports. So, and the reason I say that is, in a time like
Not
this.
Roger Goodell? Are you sure?
Roger Goodell actually has helped us a lot, but unwittingly. But I think the other reason that matters in a time like this is when you're used to having to do things yourself, and you're used to, you know, we never spoiled any of our talent really with anything. Nobody had studios before 3 years ago. Even 2 years ago. So, like, the fact that there's no studio, and the fact that there's no producers, and we are doing everything on a shoestring, and people are having to do jobs that they haven't done in a while or ever, that isn't a problem, because we never padded everything. So I think that creates a lot of shareholder value. And I also think it creates a great culture, and it creates talent who are just going to blow the doors off of things.
And last topic, which also fits in, is I read a book called Illumination by David Corbin, and it changed my life, because when I lost everything in 2008, you know, I was one of those people. I think I'd rather die than tell my mom that I lost everything. And not
Totally.
only did I have to tell her that I lost everything, but I lost her house. And then
Mm-hmm.
I read this book by David Corbin, and it talked about you take all the energy out of it by illuminating what's going on. And I feel like this is a period of illumination. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you have all these cool people and all these powerful people that are in their closets. They're dressed in, you know, you normally dress in cool stuff, but like I get to dress in cool stuff, just illuminate
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, how important is that honesty? Because I think you built Barstool. You were like the 10th employee, right? There, you've been
I
there
was
a
probably
while.
like number 12, under 15 for sure.
Under 15. And but illumination has always been one of the, you know, the real energies that I've seen that built Barstool from the time, you know, you started. How important is illumination today, and what effect do you think it will have moving forward as a common culture that may pervade?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really important. I think, you know, one of the greatest gifts that Barstool has is the way Dave Portnoy built it. Like, I credit Dave with so much for, he's, you know, I don't know if he would describe himself this way, but he's kind of illuminated in his own right. Like, he always was like straight to the point, straight to what's honest, said everything that, you know, everybody else was thinking, but no one else would say, which is kind of illuminating in its own right, especially now. I don't think he, you know, it was that way so much in the early 2000s. But, you know, I think one of the things that I like about this time that's also very hard, I find it hard personally, but I think it's true for a company, is that you're like at the quick of it. Like, there's like, you're either going to motivate or not motivate. You're either going to like address your miserable situation, or you're going to like lean into the shit that makes you happy. And I like that. Everybody's kind of left to their bare bones, you know, no devices. Like, you lose your job, like, fuck, what are you going to do? Like, how are you going to deal with that? Like, so I think that there's like hardship breeds, or there's like a lot of like adversity breeds, whatever, but like creativity, ingenuity, resourcefulness. And I also, you know, I think that that's important.
Yeah, I think it unifies and allows acceptance, right? Like, when you're here with me, and I have my 3 daughters watching this right now because they're all home from college.
Wow,
But
that's awesome.
I know that it resonates, right? Because they look at you like sitting there in your house or wherever you are, and just like, gosh, I could be like Erica someday. And we easily achieve what we can see. It's the real innovators are the ones that can see things that others don't, but they still see it. But when it's right here on Instagram Live, it makes it so much easier as you sit there and illuminate, hey, I'm a real person. I was in college, you know, I was an average Division III athlete like Dave, you know, whatever it is. And these things that I learned are going to help us persevere and keep a positive attitude and smile through the struggle. And I think that's something Barstool has always done, is they've smiled through the struggle. But moreover, too, you guys have made other people smile through the struggle, which is,
Nice.
I'm on a big campaign about making people happy, because serotonin is released when you're happy, and it takes more. But it's the only thing in the world. It's a virus. Happiness is a virus that if you witness happiness, it makes you happy. So it's the most powerful virus, and that's what Barstool is doing. You're allowing
I love that.
so many people to witness happiness. And thank Dave for me as well. You're so awesome. And check out our podcast today. It's really good. If you haven't seen the playbook review, Erica, it's really good. We launched it today. We're doing a lot of things. I hope we can do this again, and I hope you get back in that studio again. I can't wait to come see you in New York.
Awesome. Bye. Thank you for having me.
Anytime. Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Wow. That's a real CEO. You know, I love what gracious person to come on live with us, to allow us to have her on with us. Hopefully you can see here. Thank you, everyone. We'll a couple minutes, actually. I'm going to take one more question as we're on here. Thank you. Check out YouTube, by the way. I got a ton of longer content on YouTube. If you haven't, text me at 949-298-2905. If you want to come to my training on Friday, it's free, of course. And we're going to do that at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Reach out. And my text number is 949-298-2905. I'm going to take one more quick question. How long have you been investing? What was your first investment? How did it turn out? Look, let me just tell you this about how long I've been investing. I've been investing since I was 24 years old. I'll tell you how it turned out. before I realized it's all about timing, risk tolerance, and mentorship. Before that, I lost everything. So, look, I went 2008. I went BK over, $100 million on paper, whatever that means. But I lost everything. It wouldn't matter if I had $1 or $1 trillion. I lost everything. They took my house. I moved into a rented house with rented furniture and a rented car and made it all back, uh, using a different philosophy and mindset. And that's what I write about. That's what I speak about. That's what the playbook is about, different mindset and helping people be happy. My main mission in life is to impact over 1 billion people to be happy. I'm looking for 1,000 of you out there that can impact 1,000 people to impact 1,000 people to be happy. We have some great mentors. Hopefully we'll be bringing on. Please join me Friday. I got a free training for everybody. Text me at 949-298-2905 if you want to come. Check out my YouTube. We are putting a lot of great long content. I got some studly editors making me look good. I'm not sure they make me look cool. Erica did. And if you haven't checked out Barstool, you're hiding under a rock. But if you haven't seen it lately, check out especially my friends, Large and Willie Colon. And of course, Erica Nardini, Dave Portnoy. Love the frozen pizza gig, by the way. I got to get on my game. You guys are so clever, so cool. I'm trying to be clever and cool, but most importantly, I'm trying to be inspirational to clear the connection, the interference between you and that which inspires you. The light, the love, and the lessons are all yours. Let's smile through this struggle. Let's help other people. Let's be kind to your future self. Share my content and do good deeds. This is Uncle David rocking you. See you tomorrow. Take care.